What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over responsive display ads. So if you're creating a Google display campaign, the new ad format that you use for display campaigns, or newer ad format, it's several years old now, is responsive display ads. So today I'm going to go over some different strategies. I'm going to show you how I'm going to promote my beach Christmas decor sale for my website, Beachfront Decor, and I'm going to create some responsive display ads. So I'm going to show you best practices throughout this video. So let's get started. We're going to create a new display campaign, and I'm going to kind of fast forward through some of this. So you want to start by choosing your campaign objective. We want to drive sales. So we're going to use the conversion goal of purchases, so we could actually remove the book appointments goal. So we have our purchases conversion goal here that we're going to be optimizing for. We'll click on continue, and then we want to run a display campaign. So that's how we create responsive display ads. You could enter your business website here, and then we want to name our campaign. So I'm going to click on continue. Now, obviously, the first thing you want to do, you're setting up your campaign, set your location targeting. We'll just use United States and Canada for now. Set your language targeting here, and then you can come in here to more settings and adjust any of these settings if you need to. I'm not going to adjust any of this right now, so I generally don't adjust these too much. So what we're going to do is move on to budgeting and bidding. Now, generally what you want to do with your budgeting and bidding, set your daily budget. For bidding, we'll just set a daily budget of $25 for now. For bidding, you always want to focus on conversions. There's different options. How do you want to get conversions? Automatically maximize conversions, manually set bids. Would highly recommend just using automatically maximize conversions, and then you can set a target cost per action. So we can set our target CPA here. Let's just say my target CPA is $2.50, and paying for interactions or conversions, you're going to choose interactions. So typical target CPA for display campaign, $3.60. So we'll just keep it as is for now. You could always increase or decrease this later. We'll click on next. Now the next thing we want to do is set up targeting. So they will use our landing page and our assets. So basically everything we do with our responsive display ad, what our landing pages look like, they're going to use all of that information to try to reach the right people at the right time. If we click here to add targeting, what I would do for this campaign is you can adjust your demographics to reach your target market. I'm not going to use any keywords, topics, or placements. I'm going to come in here to audience segments. And what I would personally do is you can either search, let's just say beach Christmas. There's probably not an in-market audience for this. And if we look here, let's see. So there's some custom segments. I'd probably just build a custom segment for this, which I can go over in a second. But in-market segments, Christmas items and decor, holiday items and decorations, Christmas shopping in-store. So none of them are related to the beach. So just because someone's looking up Christmas items doesn't mean they have any interest in the beach. So if I come over here to browse, what I would do is create a custom segment, create a new custom segment, do people who search for any of these terms on Google, add a bunch of search terms like beach Christmas decorations. Okay, so we have people who search for any of these terms on Google, entered a bunch of different Christmas search terms here. Now we can keep expanding this by adding more and more search terms, which is what I would do. So I want to get to the responsive display ads here. So you're going to see our segment insights, 96% female. Age is generally an older audience here for the people searching for beach Christmas decorations. And then we have some ideas for topics, some parental status ideas, and our total weekly impressions, 10 million to 50 million weekly impressions. So pretty good audience. This should be pretty tight targeted. And then we are also using our optimized targeting. So if we click on done, we have our beach Christmas decorations audience segment we're targeting. We have optimized targeting on. We click on next. So now what we can do is we want to drive traffic to this page here where I have a bunch of different beach Christmas cards and trees and stockings, garlands, ornaments, all sorts of products for sale. So I want to drive traffic to this page and try to promote my sale here. So save 20% until December 15th. So we come back over here. We want to start creating our first responsive display ad by entering our final URL. So this is the landing page where we're sending traffic to. So we'll come here, we'll copy and paste this URL. Next, we'll enter our business name. So it's going to be Beachfront Decor. Now coming down here, since I've created responsive display ads already in this campaign, it already has my logos here. So if we just click on edit, what you want to do for logos is you want to enter these two sizes here. So if we click on this one, there's a 4x1 logo. My dimensions are 956 by 239. And then they also have this 1x1 logo. So I select this one ratio for this horizontal image, and then for this square image, So this dimension's only 192 by 192. I should try to make this a little bit larger, but for right now, this is what I'm going to use for my square image. Select one ratio. You want to use these two ratios at least for your logos. You can enter 5 different logos if you want to, but if we're using these two ratios for our logos, there's no reason to use that many logos. Now, the first thing you want to do before logos is images. So at least one landscape image is required, at least one square image is required. So when we click to add new images, you can upload images directly from your website. So I generally upload images based on some of these different product photos. So I go through and try to find some of the most visual product photos. So all of these would be pretty good photos for advertisements just because they're all beach related. Pretty obvious this is a beach themed Christmas stocking. This is a beach themed Christmas ornament. So you can use some of these different images to try to really convey quickly, visually what you're promoting. So if I come down here, I can try to find more images. Garlands aren't always the best, but I pulled some different images from products that I'm selling. So what I did is if we come over back to my Google Ads account, we can upload those images directly from my computer. So opening up this where all my files are, I have all these different images. So what I'm going to do is select all of these different images and then open them and upload them directly to my Google Ads account. And then what that's going to do is it's going to put all of these into my asset library. Now keep in mind, so these are images I just uploaded. Now keep in mind, you see these two images right here. The other option that you can do is come over to free stock images, enter words, phrases, URLs related to your business. They'll generally pull up some relevant images based on what we promote in the past. So if you have some specific images here that could work very well for ads too, you can use these free stock images and watermarks will not appear in your ad. So you can find images here completely free, and let's just say I do beach Christmas. You can see there's a ton of different images here that I can use for my campaign. So I could use something like this, so pretty obvious, the Christmas ornaments, and then what I can do is select this image, and you can see 1.9 1 by 1. So this would be a landscape image, 1 by 1, this would be a square image. Now you want to click both of these because then what you can do is actually set where the ratios are. So for this, the square image, I would use this. And then for the landscape, I would use this. We'll select 2 ratios. Now the other thing you want to do is come over to your asset library and then start selecting images. We can use at least 15 images, and I would recommend if you have 15 images to use all 15. There's no downside to testing with Google Ads. So if we come over here and we select some of these different images, when you select it, it might select 2 ratios automatically. You'll see it right down here, selected 2 ratios. So with this one, it selected a landscape, which this looks pretty good here, and a square, which is the entire image. So this is a good image for both ratios, so we'll select 2 ratios. Now for some images, you may only want to use a square, so if you select it, and we come over here, select it for 2 ratios, not the greatest for a landscape image. All you have to do is unselect this here, and then we have our square image, and just make sure you have it cropped exactly how you want it, and we'll select this ratio here. So now we have is 5 out of our 15 selected images. So what you want to do is just go through and select all these different images here. Make sure you're using your ratios so all of the images look really good. So we have 2 more images here. We could do this one. I'm just going to use square. So a lot of times if it's like this, selected 1 ratio, they just selected the square because if you're looking at a landscape here, not the greatest image for a landscape. So we'll get rid of that and just do a square. So we have that one here. Now what you want to do is just make sure you're using both sizes. It's not that you have to have 7 squares and 8 landscapes. Just make sure you're using both sizes so you can actually test some of these different images. There's no problem with uploading a few more square images, a few more landscape images, depending on what you're promoting and what types of images you have. So we come over here, we'll select a few more. So this has square. This will also work for a landscape. Select 2 ratios. Okay, so we've selected all 15 of our images. We can remove any of these here. So if you come in here, you can remove the images, or you can click here if you want to adjust the ratios at all. So we have all of our images. We can click on save. Okay, so we have 15 images here. We have our 2 logos. So 1 horizontal logo, 1 square logo. Next is going to be videos. So videos are optional. You can see portrait and landscape around 30 seconds work best. So what I did is I uploaded 3 videos to my Beachfront Decor YouTube channel here. I have a 15-second video, which is a landscape here, another 30-second video here, another landscape video, and then I have a portrait video here, so this is 30 seconds as well. I know they all say 31, 31, 16, but I don't know why they report 1 more second in the back end of YouTube. So what you want to do is take your videos, copy the link address for your videos. When you're viewing your video, so if you go to click on to watch the video here, you just want to take this URL. We're going to copy the URL here, and then we're going to come back over to our display campaign. And when you're adding videos, all you need to do is search YouTube. You can see I already have mine here. Search YouTube, enter this URL, and here's where our video is. So we have our first video. If we come over to my asset library, I've already uploaded these two videos. You can see 15 seconds, 30 seconds, just by entering that URL. So you come over here, take the view on YouTube link, copy link address, and that's all you need to do when you're searching YouTube. So we'll select these other two videos here, and we'll click on save. Now, you want to use multiple videos. What I would generally do is probably use at least 2 portrait, 2 landscape, use some different lengths, use some different video styles. There's no downside to testing, again, with some of these different videos, images. What Google Ads is going to do over time is serve the best performing ad variations. So that's why you want to use a lot of images. Make sure you're using all of your ad copy, which we're going to go over next. So next is going to be our headlines. So we get up to 5 headlines. You want to use all 5 of them. We get 1 long headline, and then we get up to 5 description lines. You want to use all of your description lines as well. So I'm kind of going to fast forward through this part a little bit. I'll show you a few of my headlines. So I'm going to enter some of them now. Okay, so I did my 5 headlines. I have saved 20% on beach decor, so really nothing to do with Christmas with that one. Coastal inspired Xmas decor, so obviously we have some character limits, can't fit Christmas decor there. Elegant beach Christmas decor, so trying to use some different words that kind of sell it a little bit. Coastal inspired, elegant, so some of these different things that may get people to actually click as they're purchasing Christmas decor for a beach home. One thing I could do is beach home Christmas, so I'm trying to think of headlines, and one of the things that helps is looking at this. So coastal Christmas decor sale. You want to make sure you have headlines that are very descriptive for what people can expect. Coastal inspired Xmas decor, save 20% on beach decor. So I really like headlines like this, just quick to the point. What are you getting when you click through to this link? So here are my 5 different headlines. The last 2, just coastal Christmas decor sale, beach Christmas decor sale. Very descriptive, nothing really too salesy, just here's what you're getting when you click this link. Now with our long headline, this is where you can actually use a little bit more of a description of what people are actually going to get. And I generally like to use the save 20% with the long headline as well. So let's enter our long headline now. And for the long headline, I have saved 20% on beach Christmas decorations, ornaments, trees, garlands, snowmen, and more. So some different products people might want to purchase for their beach home. So this is our long headline. Again, save 20% on beach Christmas decorations. What I could also do for this one is save 20%. Beach Christmas decor might fit. So that's another headline we can test, but for now I'll just keep my 5 headlines. So now we have our 5 description lines. These are 90 characters each. So we're going to enter our description lines now. Okay, we have our 5 description lines here, and what I like to look at is the very beginning of a description line. So we have shop the top rated beach Christmas, discover coastal Christmas decorations, shop beach Christmas decorations, 20% off, save 20% on coastal Christmas decorations. So if we come up here, we're looking at some of these different ad formats. Save 20% on beach decor, shop the top rated beach. Elegant beach Christmas decor, save 20% on coastal Christmas decorations. So by putting that in the very beginning, that save 20%, it allows people to really understand, okay, this is what we're selling here. We have a ton of different beach decorations. We want you to come, click, see what we have, and you can save 20% on these different beach decorations. So as you're looking through some of these different formats, look through and see if you see any ad variations you really don't like, and it gives you some ideas for changing headlines, changing description lines, but you want to make sure everything is flowing very well as far as the images you're showing, as far as the headline. Again, you're not going to have a Shutterstock logo there, but elegant beach Christmas decor, discover coastal Christmas decorations, and more at beachfront decor. So all these different ad variations that we can see, I like the way a lot of these look with my description lines, my headlines. It all flows very well with the sale. Now what we can do here is additional format options. I generally leave these clicked. Now using auto-generated video, you could deselect this if you don't want to do that. Now it brings our ad strength down to good, but they're not actually going to be using auto-generated video at all because we already added our own video content. So I would recommend using your own video content. We can keep this checked just so our ad strength continues to remain excellent, even though it doesn't change our advertisement at all. Now, asset enhancements, what Google Ads may do is take some of our images and crop them in different ways to try to show some of the most high impact versions of our images. They may just adjust the way our assets are to essentially try to get the best out of our campaign, saying this could improve ad performance. I use asset enhancements because I assume Google Ads wants to deliver us the best performance, because then we'll spend more money with them. Next is use native formats. You want to select that as well. So for these, I would just leave all three of these additional format options selected. You may want to not use auto-generated video if you're not using video. If your ad strength goes down to good, not the end of the world. So some different additional format options you can use. I'm not going to go through ad URL options. I never really changed those. Next is going to be more options, call to action text and custom colors. So call to action text, what we can do is, for mine, it's shop now. You want to use whatever call to action works the best for whatever it is you're selling. For me, I want people to go to my website and shop beach decor. So this is my call to action text, shop now. You can choose language as well. More options, custom colors. So this is where I'll use my two brand colors here. So these are the two main colors for me for Beachfront Decor, the two colors that are in my logo as well. So you may see show this ad on text and native ad placements. Even publisher settings may override your custom color selections. I always leave this selected. I don't really worry too much about the exact color selections, but you'll see kind of flows with the colors of your logo, the colors of your brand. So you may get something like this where the colors don't show, but then you'll have other colors like this that will use your actual brand colors. So something to test as you're creating advertisements. But now we're done with our first responsive display ad. So some different best practices you can use. So number one is you should use at least 2 advertisements per campaign. So if you're running a campaign, I would recommend creating at least 2 responsive display ads. You can use the exact same videos if you want, like we did. Maybe you want to adjust some of your headlines. Maybe you want to adjust some of your images. You really want to test some different options as far as your advertisements. So with the amount of things they allow us to upload now, with 15 images here, we can upload a bunch of different videos. We can upload up to 5 logos. What you want to do is create a second advertisement, maybe test some different headlines here. So my first advertisement, very focused on save 20% on beach decor. My second advertisement may be more focused on, we have the best beach decorations at the best price. So you want to use your different unique selling propositions in your advertisements. So I'm not going to go through this too much here, but ultimately what you want to do, test some different images. What I would do is edit this, use different images for this responsive display ad than I used for the last one, and then we'd go through the entire process. Maybe we want to use some different headlines here, use a different long headline. We can adjust that as well. You can adjust your custom colors if you want. Maybe you just want to go with darker colors or brighter colors, whatever you want to choose. Click on apply changes, and then we'll have our second ad here. Now the other option that you have is, let's just say I want to send traffic to this page on my website with all these different beach Christmas decorations for sale. Now I have another page on my website, a blog style post, beach Christmas decor, nautical Christmas decor. We come in here and there's a bunch of different products for sale. People can click some of these different categories right at the top. For example, beach Christmas cards will bring them down to a complete list of Christmas cards, links out to that specific page. So if I'm saying I'm not sure which landing page is going to work better for me, what I could do is take this landing page right here, come back over to our Google Ads account, take our first advertisement we created, we're going to duplicate it. The only thing we're going to change, so we're going to leave everything exactly the same except for our final URL. So we're just going to come to the top with our final URL where we're sending traffic to, and we're going to get rid of our old URL and we're just going to paste our new URL. So now we have a different landing page, and this is how you can A/B test landing pages within your Google Display Ads campaign. And this is one of the best practices I always tell people is try to use multiple landing pages, even if you're just duplicating your ads, which is what you want to do, so you can A/B test which landing page is actually deriving better results. Now for me, I already know that for the most part, these landing pages work better than my blog post style landing pages. I think it's just people are used to shopping an e-commerce type store. Sometimes people get to a blog post, they see too much text, they're out of there. So you can test some of these different landing pages here, see what works best for you. All you have to do is enter that new final URL, come down to the bottom, and we click on apply changes. And now we have, if we scroll over, a third responsive display ad. So if you create your first 2 responsive display ads, same landing page, adjust some of the different images, adjust some of the ad copy, you can test with your responsive display ads all day. If you want to use 6 responsive display ads, to use one to test images, use another one to test ad copy, and then you can duplicate all of those, test landing pages. You can test your responsive display ads a ton, and that's really a best practice that I want to make sure you understand. If you are creating display campaigns, use responsive display ads and just keep testing all of these different ads. So when you're creating new ads, just keep creating new ones. Could also upload display ads if you want to run alongside your responsive display ads. I have found that for the most part, these are going to run way more than my uploaded display ads. So we click on next, and what we can do is launch our campaign. So they'll check for errors. We're all ready to launch our campaign. We have our location set. We have our targeting set. We have our responsive display ads. I would obviously create a 4th one here and adjust some of the different options, but now they're saying our targeting signals are too narrow. Not too concerned about it right now. So if we're not reaching our daily budget, then I'll always expand my targeting signals. So click on publish campaign, and we are ready to run this campaign and see how our responsive display ads are performing. So if you have any questions about responsive display ads, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.